Thank you. We now move on to Private Members Bill, Cannabis Regulation Bill 2013, first stage. Could I call on Deputy Luke Ming Flanagan to move for leave to introduce?
Thank you, Cian Corla. I'm seeking leave to introduce a bill entitled the Cannabis Regulation Bill 2013. While I don't expect, I could be wrong, this House to support it in the short term, I do believe that in the long term that this will be seen as very progressive legislation, in the same way as in the past people in this chamber have stood up and spoken in favour of legalising contraception and divorce, and many people stayed quiet about it. I think in the future this issue will be looked at in the same way, and I believe that we will see a time eventually where the proposals that I am making and the bill that I am putting forward will be accepted. And one of the main reasons I believe this is because policy around the world is moving in this direction, and while it is unfortunate that we're going to be the puppy dog that follows the master, I think we should go ahead and think for ourselves. It is something that will happen. It is happening around Europe, it is happening in the United States of America, it's happening in Central America and South America. The situation is as follows. 1 million people in this country have admitted to using cannabis. That includes 2 cabinet ministers who have publicly admitted to it. Openly, no problem about it. And I would be shocked if it wasn't the case that there were more there. Over 1 million people have decided that this law is, well, it shouldn't be there. 150,000 people regularly flout this law. 100,000 people have now received a criminal record. Now that's an estimate because the Department of Justice, when I asked them to furnish me with the figure for the number of people with a criminal record for possession of cannabis, I was told that they didn't have the resources to do it, and really it wasn't worth their while. But from putting together the figures that I have available to me, over 100,000 people have a criminal record for possession of cannabis. And if my bill was passed and turned into law, this would mean these 100,000 people could get back actively involved in areas such as working in education and working in areas where they are currently debarred from. And even if their economic activity was only to rise by €1,000 a year, that would be worth €100 million to the Irish economy. There is also the potential tax dividend from legalising it. There is also the savings to the criminal justice system, which arrests and brings over 8,000 people to court every year for this. That money would be saved. One of the big benefits of actually passing this bill would be that otherwise law-abiding citizens, young people, many of them young males, would then have no reason or would see no reason why they should be in conflict with the Garda Síochána. And on other issues of crime, it would make them more open to cooperating with the Garda Síochána. There would be many benefits in it. Now, I intend before the year is out to bring this for debate and to get it discussed, because 2 weeks ago I brought this issue to the floor of the Dail, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with the input of many of the government deputies. And over the next year I hope, through Normal, an organisation that has been set up to drive this issue, to try and convince more people who operate out of this chamber that it is the right thing to do. And that is through inviting 2 doctors, Dr. Cathal O'Sullivan and Dr. Gareth McGovern from Normal, to come to the Health Committee and discuss this issue, and also for doctors who are against what I propose to come in, discuss and debate this issue. I'm also proposing that the Health Committee write to Dr. Donald Tashkin from the University of California in Los Angeles, the foremost expert on lung capacity after cannabis use. We need to get this man in to get the facts. I'm also suggesting, and I will be writing to the Justice Committee, asking them to invite the former head of Cambridgeshire Police Force, Tom Lloyd, to come in and talk to them, to inform them from a criminal justice perspective why he thinks this should be done. So that's all I've got to say on it. I will be returning to this on numerous occasions over the next year.
Is the bill being imposed?
Not opposed.
Not opposed. I declare the motion for leave to introduce agreed. Since this is a private member's bill, second stage must under standing orders be taken in private members' time. Perhaps the Deputy would move that the second stage be taken in private members' time.
I so move.
Is that agreed? Agreed.